What's going on, guys? This is Mikeinoid, and today I will be showing you guys my entire Nintendo Wii and Wii U collection. The Wii is Nintendo's best-selling home console of all time. The motion controls and a little game called Wii Sports made the console appeal to the casual audience, and games such as Super Mario Galaxy, Mario Kart Wii, Metroid Prime Trilogy, and even Virtual Console was a big hit for Nintendo fans. I really wish I can say the same thing about the Wii U, however, that's not the case. The Wii U suffered terrible advertising and lack of third-party support, which caused the system to sell only 16 million units, becoming Nintendo's worst-selling console of all time. If I had to be honest, I enjoyed the Wii U more than I did the Wii though. Splatoon and Smash Bros were fantastic games, and the Wii U gamepad allowed me to continue playing games while someone else was using the TV. The Wii was still a lot of fun though, with games like Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 and Donkey Kong Country Returns. It definitely earned a place in my childhood. So now that we got that little introduction out the way, it's time that we take a look at the Wii and Wii U consoles I've managed to obtain. So we're going to start with the Wii, and I have a white one, as you can see. I have two other white ones, even one that I had when I was growing up. However, both of them have issues that need to be fixed, so I'll just show the one that actually works completely. I got this one from half price for $40, and this is one of the main Wii systems that I play games on. Next up, I have a red Wii that looks gorgeous. I got this one from half price as well for a little bit more. It was about $70. I believe this has something to do with the Super Mario anniversary. I'm not too sure. This might have been packaged in with new Super Mario Bros. Wii or something. And then finally, I have a black one, and I got this one from a garage sale for $25. Surprisingly, this works pretty good as well. The only thing that I didn't get with it from that garage sale was controllers, but I got the AC adapter and then the AV cables, so that's pretty cool. And something to note about all three Wiis right here is that they all play GameCube games. Each of them have the controller ports and the memory card slots, which future models of the Wii didn't have. And finally, I have my one and only Wii U system. As you can see, this is the black one, which is the 32GB model. And I actually have two gamepads. This one is the original gamepad for the system. I actually had to buy a gamepad from eBay because the screen on this one broke. But about a few months ago, I repaired the screen, and now I have two working gamepads. So I'm hoping I can find a Wii U system by itself and pair it to the extra gamepad. So that's all the consoles I own. Let's go ahead and check out the Wii games I've collected. The first game I have is, of course, Wii Sports, and of course this came with the console itself. As you can see, I just have the one that comes in the little envelope. I don't have the one that comes in a case. I think those are probably expensive, but I mean, I'm not too sure myself. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with this game. This game's a pretty good pack-in game for, I think, any system ever. I think out of all my favorites, I think probably bowling and tennis were my favorite games to play. I never played golf. Boxing was pretty fun though, but I didn't play boxing as much as I did tennis and bowling. Next game is Rayman Raving Rabbids 2. So this is pretty much a party game with Rayman and the Rabbids, and it's just a whole bunch of mini games you can play. I play this game a lot actually. It's pretty bad to today's standards, but I mean, going back to it, I just get a lot of nostalgia for it. Some of the more noticeable mini games that I could remember off the top of my head were the Spider-Man minigame, the American football, the bumper cars. The bumper cars is a lot of fun, and then you had Guitar Hero games. So there was a lot of stuff you can do in this game, and I thought it was pretty good. Next, I believe, is the best-selling Wii game of all time, and that is the new Super Mario Bros. Wii. I personally like the red case. It's kind of Mario themed, and yeah, I don't know what happened in here. It's kind of dirty, but the game still works. So back in the day, I enjoyed it. It's kind of easy for me going back to it and playing it today, it's still a lot of fun. It was one of the better new Super Mario Bros. Games. Still a pretty fun game, especially when you play with other people. It could get a little bit chaotic, so just be aware of that. Next game is Wii Play, and I actually have 2 copies for some reason. This game's kind of like a system demo for the Wii as well as Wii Sports. However, I believe the reason why a lot of people got this game because it came with a controller, so you can play with another person. So I mean, hey, free game with the controller. You were going to buy the controller anyways, so I mean, it was definitely smart for Nintendo to do. I wish Nintendo would do more stuff like that. Maybe it would have been cool if they packaged in a 1-2 switch with the pair of Joy-Cons, but of course they didn't do that. But this game is still pretty cool. If you're new to the Wii, you're gonna enjoy this game, but you know, if you've played the Wii a lot like me, this game it's kind of getting boring, but it's still pretty fun. Still worth checking out. It's pretty cheap as well. Next is Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I've played this game before, at like parties, and those like game buses. They've had Super Smash Bros. Brawl on there as well, but I didn't own this until a few years ago. It's a pretty fun Smash Bros. Game, but I think I just prefer the newer titles myself. I mean, I'm sure people still like this game. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it was definitely a lot of fun back in its prime. This is still a pretty good game. I enjoyed playing through like the main kind of story that this game had. Next 2 games are Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2. So yeah, we got Super Mario Galaxy on the Switch now. I don't know why we didn't get Super Mario Galaxy 2 on the Switch, but as of now, I think the Wii and the Wii U are the only official ways to play Super Mario Galaxy 2. And I think it's hard to say which game I prefer over the other. Like, both of them are really good. Both of them kind of offer different things that make them better than the other, so it's kind of hard for me to pick. But if I really had to choose one, I think I'd go with Super Mario Galaxy 2. But yeah, I mean, you really can't go wrong with either of these games. These are classic 3D Mario games, probably the best of all time, maybe even better than Odyssey. I want to say they are, but I think I just need to go back and play to see if that's really true or not. But I mean, they're up there for best 3D Mario games. And a game that I think's way better than new Super Mario Bros. Wii is Donkey Kong Country Returns. Now, this game was pretty challenging when I was playing this when I was a kid. I did end up beating it though. I didn't get everything in the game, like the puzzle pieces and all the Kong letters, but I did beat the game. It was pretty difficult. Like, I remember actually kind of raging out, but I mean, I stuck to it. I beat the game, and it's a lot of fun. I even got the 3DS version as well, but I can see why people would prefer to play this game on the Wii, since you can play this game on the Wii U and play Donkey Kong Country Returns in HD. So pretty cool game. I recommend people check this one out. Next game is Spider-Man Friend or Foe. I remember having a lot of fun with this game. I did beat it multiple times, and it's just a great Spider-Man game. It's probably a little bit outdated now, and look, you got this like random kid on the back of the game. I mean, the game probably looks a lot better on like the 360 and the PlayStation 3, but I mean, this is the main way I played this game. I think it takes place in the same universe as the Tobey Maguire movies. If not, then they just used like the same characters. Like, you still have the Green Goblin from Spider-Man 1, and then you got Doc Ock from Spider-Man 2. So it uses the same character designs and everything. Probably doesn't take place in the same universe since the Green Goblin and Doc Ock died, but I mean, the game's still fun though. I would recommend checking it out, maybe on the 360 and the PS3. But I mean, if you manage to find a Wii version, I mean, it's pretty good. Next is Pokemon Battle Revolution. And as you can see, it's got a Hollywood Videos sticker. If y'all don't know what Hollywood is, it was basically like Blockbuster. I remember having a lot of fun with this one. It's basically 3D Pokemon battling each other. This was before the 3DS and before we got like 3D models on the main game. So this was basically like Pokemon Stadium, and and I just had a lot of fun with this. I even put Pokemon from the DS onto this game, and I hacked the Pokemon on that DS, and I basically got all 493 Pokemon in this game and used legendary Pokemon to battle in the kind of the main story. It's not really a story, you just battle in different leagues and all that. But this game might be a little expensive to get because it's a a Pokemon game, but I still recommend playing this one, especially if you have a Pokemon game on the DS. Then you can transfer your own Pokemon into the game. Next two games are Skylanders Swap Force and Skylanders Trap Team. So I plan on talking more about these games in the future. I had a lot of fun with the Skylanders franchise. I didn't play the Wii versions of these games. I played Swap Force on the 360 and then Trap Team on the Xbox One and the Wii U. But I got both of these games in the Dark Edition starter packs, which were way more expensive than the standard starter packs because they came with additional figures and they were different colors. But these games themselves do not look good on the Wii. If you ever want to play these games, I recommend you stay away from the Wii versions. I don't know why they look so bad. I just think that the Wii just couldn't handle the games anymore in the Skylanders franchise. So the graphics really do look terrible. I mean, the game runs, I'll give it that, but it's definitely not the most beautiful game for the Wii. It doesn't do the Wii any justice. The next game I have is FIFA Soccer 9 All Play. For it being a sport game, it may not be worth checking out. However, I did play this a lot because it has a mode where you can play as Mii characters, and it was just a lot of fun doing the slide tackle. I don't know why. It was just so stupid, but I had fun with it. And I did play soccer when I was a kid, so I mean I did have a little bit of interest in soccer, but I would recommend just checking this out for that Mii soccer game on here. Next is Transformers Cybertron Adventures. I played a little bit of this game when I was a kid and when I first got it, but I mean I don't remember much of it now. I didn't even remember how to play the game when I was getting footage for this, so I really can't recommend this one. But if you're a Transformers fan, you might know a little bit about this game. Next is Madden 12. I don't even know where I got this game. I think I just have it. I never played this before. Next is Sonic and the Secret Rings. I didn't play much of this. It looks pretty interesting. I am a huge fan of Sonic, so I might get around to this eventually. But from what I do know about this game, the ring kind of works like a genie in the lamp sort of thing. So I mean, I don't know. It might be worth checking out. Next games I have are Wii Fit and Wii Fit Plus. So these are kind of like the same game. Of course, Wii Fit Plus has more content into it, and I don't know why my copy of Wii Fit isn't in the standard Wii case. I think I just got a copy that was just put in a regular case, but I do have the Wii Fit Plus, which is the one I would prefer getting if you would want to try the Wii Fit balance board, which I do have. I actually found the balance board at Goodwill and it was like $5, $6, $7. So I tried playing this game when the whole pandemic started to get a little bit of exercise in. It's kind of hard to do on carpet, so you definitely need like a wooden floor to be able to play this. But all the stretches and the yoga poses and all that were pretty cool, and the mini games were a lot of fun to play with as well. Next up is, I'm sure, a classic among Nintendo fans, and that is The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Now I don't plan on playing this on the Wii, and I'll talk a little bit more about that later, but I mean the game looks really fun. I haven't played one of the old Zeldas in a long time. The last one I really played was Majora's Mask, and that game I didn't even finish. I didn't tend to not finish it, but it just happened that way. So I mean I definitely would like to check out the game eventually. Next up is Resident Evil 4 Wii Edition. Now I heard a lot of fans of this game say that the Supreme Edition is on the Wii, and it's basically because you can aim with the Wii remote, and I played a little bit of that and it works pretty good. The graphics aren't too bad, so I think I'm probably gonna stick with playing this on the Wii. I also have this game on the Xbox One, but yeah, I mean, I've heard that this is the best Resident Evil game, and I would like to eventually get around to it. Next up is Rhythm Heaven Fever. So yeah, this game is actually hot garbage. I didn't like it one bit. I mean, it's not fun at all. I just don't know why anybody would play this game. Obviously, I'm just kidding. I did play a few mini games and it's pretty addicting, man. If I didn't need to record any other gameplay, I would have just kept playing this game. And the copy I managed to find looks really good, especially for the price I paid for it, and it comes with the manual and everything. So yeah, I really do recommend this game if you like rhythm games. Next up is Bakugan Defenders of the Core. So I did play this on the Wii when I was a kid, and I also played the game on the PlayStation 3 on a live stream on the channel. I definitely do prefer the game on the PlayStation 3 just because I prefer the traditional controls and the better graphics, but I don't think you can go wrong with playing this on the Wii. If you like big monster fights, then you really can't go wrong with this game. It's actually pretty good. Next game I have is Wii Music. Now, I don't know if this is any good. I was trying out the little tutorial they had at the beginning, and I kind of got bored of it, but I saw a presentation, I believe they were at E3 or something, where they were demoing this game. I mean, it looks pretty silly, but if this is any good, please let me know in the comments. Next game I have is Wii Sports Resort. I never owned this game when I was a kid, and it sucks because it was really good. I think my all-time favorite game on here was the kind of fencing game where you go around and hitting people as you go along like a path. So I was really glad that I found this at a garage sale. And I do have another game in here, and that is Just Dance 2, and I actually have a, I believe, second copy. I don't know why this one looks different. It's the same. I never noticed that. I knew I had the game, but I never noticed that they look different. I don't know why that is. But I also have a game called, oh, this is Madden 7. The reason I'm showing all three of them here is because I found these 3 discs in 3 different Wii consoles when I bought them. So those Wii systems that I showed, they all had a game in them, and it's crazy that 2 of them were Just Dance 2. So am I gonna play any of these games? Absolutely not, but hey man, a free game is a free game. Next game I have is Link's Crossbow Training. Haven't played this myself just because I don't have the zapper to actually play the game. I'm pretty sure you can use the game without the zapper. I'm not sure, but I would prefer to play with the zapper for this. I think it's not a long game. I think it's just kind of like an arcade game, to be honest with you. But I mean, once I get the zapper, I definitely will check this game out. Next game is Chaotic Shadow Warriors. I found this for $3 at half price, and I was actually recommended to play this, and I was checking this out for the video. The game looks a little bit weird. I didn't really grasp the controls that much because honestly I was just kind of like skipping through it, so that's on me. But I mean, it seems like you got all sorts of mystical creatures in here that fight each other or something. Like, the game looks pretty cool, so I definitely need to give this another chance. Next game is Brothers in Arms Double Time. I'm pretty sure you get 2 games. Yeah, you get Road to Hill 30 and then Earned in Blood. I'm not sure exactly what this game is all about. I found this for $3 as well, but yeah, I mean, it's something I'm not really itching to play, but maybe one day, I don't know. Next game is Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games. I believe this was the second Mario and Sonic Olympic Games that Nintendo made, and it pretty much works the same as the other Olympic Games you just play during the winter. But there's just a bunch of sport mini games with Mario and Sonic characters, and I think it's pretty cool. Next is Kirby's Epic Yarn. I wanted to find this for the 3DS, but I still haven't been able to find a pretty cheap copy. choppy, but from what I've played from this game, it's actually pretty fun, especially when you play with 2 players. So I did play a few levels of this, but I really do want that 3DS version. Next game is Rayman Raving Rabbids. This is the first one, and this one was not that good. I definitely do prefer the second one. I don't know why I ended up getting stuck on this game when I was a kid, but when I was getting gameplay, I mean, it's just set up differently. It's not as like friendly as the second game is. Next game is a classic, and it's Mario Kart Wii. Now, it's pretty weird. I didn't even own this game when I was a kid. I did, of course, play it at other people's houses and all that. The trouble I went through to get this game. So I bought this game at half price, right? I go home, you know, open the case. The game's not in here, right? This is what it looked like. So I go back to the half price. I get the game, right? I pop it into the Wii, and it doesn't work, right? So I was gonna go back and return it. However, I know this place that cleans disc pretty well, so I took it there, and then I came back home, popped it into the Wii, and it works just fine. So I'm glad I got the situation worked out. I just used up a lot of gas, but hey, I got Mario Kart Wii now, so it's all good. Next game is Mario and Sonic at the London 2012 Olympic Games. This is pretty much just like the Winter Games one, but you know, it's just kind of like a different setting. I'm sure we got different mini games and all that, but just like Winter Games, this one is pretty good as well. Next up is Club Penguin Game Day. Haven't played this one. I really don't have any interest to play it, but I mean, I know a lot of people did like Club Penguin back in the day, so I will respect it for what it was. Next couple of games are Lego Rock Band and then Rock Band 2. So I don't have the instruments to play these games with. I don't know if you really do need the instruments or not. I've played Rock Band 2 before, just not by myself. I played it with other people, and as you can see, I did get these games for $2 at garage sale. Next game is the Black Eyed Peas Experience. I also got this game for $2 at a garage sale. I was a pretty big fan of the Black Eyed Peas back in the day, and I mean, I am not really into dancing games that much, but I do appreciate the fact that they got their own games. So I mean, it's pretty cool. And kind of some like throwaway games I think are Ultimate I Spy and then Wii Ski. This game I actually got for free because the guy didn't know if the game worked or not, because the disc itself has a good amount of scratches, but the games work. So I mean, yeah, I didn't pay any money for the game. And then finally, I have Bakugan Battle Brawlers. The first time I played this game was actually on the Wii. I don't think I was able to beat it on the Wii just because of how weird the controls are. I did beat the game on the Xbox 360 and the DS. So if you do want to check out this game, I really do recommend you check it out on the Xbox 360 or the PlayStation 3. But you know, if you manage to find this for the Wii, you just got to kind of get past the controls, but it's a good game nonetheless. And that's all of my Wii games, so let's go ahead and switch over to my Wii U games. For my first Wii U game, I have New Super Mario Bros. U plus New Super Luigi U. So this actually came with the console itself. I think it's a pretty cool game. I think it's definitely better on the Wii U than the Nintendo Switch, just because you have the gamepad to put blocks on the screen when you play with other people. So I beat this game on the Wii U. I don't think I beat New Super Luigi U because of how kind of hard it is, but I do want to take another chance at that game. But I mean, overall, it's pretty cool. It's not the best platforming game. It is kind of on the easy or boring side, but it's still pretty cool. Next up is Mario Kart 8. This is the best-selling Wii U game, and this game is also the best-selling game on the Switch, also known as Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So I will admit there's really no reason to play this version, since you do have that deluxe version on the Switch, and you do have to buy the DLC DLC separately since the DLC didn't come with the actual game. Like, I really feel like the only reason you'd play this version of Mario Kart 8 is because of kind of how less chaotic it is, because you can only hold one item at a time instead of holding two like you can in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So that's really the only reason I feel like you would want to play this game. Maybe because you can also play online for free instead of having to pay for the Switch Online membership. That's also another plus to playing this on the Wii U. But yeah, I mean, since I owned this game for the Wii U, I didn't really play much of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I really got all my time out of the game on the Wii U. Probably my favorite game on the Wii U is Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. So when you go back to this game, it does look pretty outdated and the controls are a lot slower than Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. However, for what it was back in the day, it was a lot of fun, especially getting those DLC fighters. Inclusions of Cloud and Bayonetta were pretty epic for the time. Also, the ability to link up the Nintendo 3DS with a Super Smash Bros. Game on that system was pretty cool, and of course they introduced Amiibo to this Super Smash Bros. Game. So yeah, I mean, really fun. I've gotten used to Ultimate at this time, so it's really hard to play it, but still a lot of fun. I really do enjoy Coin Battle. I wish they brought that over to the Switch. Next up is Splatoon. This has to be my second favorite Wii U game. I think Splatoon on the Wii U is a lot better than Splatoon 2 on the Switch. That's in my opinion, just because I think the gamepad worked so good with Splatoon. So yeah, I mean, I really do enjoy this game. I think this is one of the best games ever made. Next game is Super Mario Maker, and as you can see, this is the one that comes with a kind of big book that gives you ideas of levels you can make. So if we just take this out, I don't know if they came with a version that didn't come with this book, but I do have the book. As you can see, we got a cat paw right here, and yeah, you just get like different pictures of stuff you can make and stuff you can do. It's pretty cool. It's kind of good for inspiration. I did make a couple courses in Super Mario Maker. I think I was more of a course maker on the Wii U and then more of a player on Super Mario Maker 2. This works a lot better on the Wii U because you do have the gamepad, and being able to look on the TV while you draw on the gamepad was pretty cool. Next game I have is Pokken Tournament. I did get this game when it first came out, so I did get the Amiibo card. I have that displayed in my room. But yeah, I mean, it was a pretty cool fighting game. The chick in the game is annoying as all hell, but once you get past her, then the game is a lot of fun. There's not much reason to play this on the Wii U because the deluxe version on the Switch has more characters, so it's pretty much the definitive edition, but on the Wii U it was pretty cool. Next game is Skylanders Superchargers, and this was kind of like the first game in the Skylanders franchise that I didn't get the first day it released. The game itself is pretty fun though. I didn't end up beating it because I think I got some other game and I got distracted, so I never managed to beat Superchargers, but I do prefer Skylanders Superchargers on the Wii U because you do have the ability to play as Donkey Kong and Bowser, and that's only available on the Nintendo consoles. Next up is Nintendo Land. And since I got New Super Mario Bros. U packaged in with the Wii U, I didn't get this game. So when I finally picked up this game, I didn't really have any incentive to play it. But when I did, I realized how fun this game actually is with all the mini games and everything. If you have multiple people to play this game with, you're going to get the most out of this game. This is the system demo for the Wii U, and it's actually pretty fun. I do recommend people check this one out since I don't think it will come to the Switch. The next couple games I have is Star Fox Zero and Star Fox Guard. So I haven't played this one. I think I got this last year actually, and what's cool is I actually got these games brand new from Walmart for only $15. I think that's a pretty good deal, especially since, like I said, these are brand new. I haven't opened them yet, but I don't know, I might get to them. I've heard mixed things about Star Fox Zero. I don't know if Star Fox Guard is any good, but I mean, I would hopefully like to get to these eventually, but I was pretty proud to find these games for pretty cheap at Walmart. The next game I have is Skylanders Trap Team. So at first I had this game digitally because it came with the Dark Edition Wii starter pack. So whenever you bought the Wii starter pack, you would get the download code for the Wii U as well. But you know, 32 gigabytes on the Wii U isn't a lot of storage, so I wanted to find the physical version so I can save space and not have that digital version take up like 10 gigabytes of storage. So I found this for like $5, and I mean, the game's pretty good. The game looks okay on the Wii U. I still think it looks better on, you know, like the Xbox One, but the game was a lot of fun. Next up is Zombie U, and it's actually pretty scary. Like, the game itself doesn't look all that impressive, but just the gameplay itself brings up a whole bunch of suspense. And I think this game is on other platforms as well, but I did hear that this is the best way to play a Zombie U. So if you're into horror, then this game might be interesting to check out. Next game is The Wonderful 101. So I managed to find this game pretty cheap, but then I did manage to get the game on the Switch. So I think I'm gonna try the game out on the Switch, but when I was getting gameplay for on the Wii U, I did really like the whole gameplay mechanics and, you know, the charm the game has. So I definitely do want to get to this game eventually as well. Next game is Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival. Now this is probably one of the worst Wii U games out there, at least from Nintendo themselves. The execution was just done terrible. Having to put the amiibo on the gamepad every time you needed to roll the dice was pretty bad, and the fact that you just needed amiibo to play the game is not really good itself. But I did manage to find this game really cheap, and you know, like the first game I played, I did manage to enjoy it. However, I don't think I would get back to this game anytime soon. I just feel bad for anyone who paid $60 for the game though. Next game I have is Super Mario 3D World. So I played this game before. I think I rented it from Redbox. I never actually owned it, but the reason why I did get this recently is because I think the game is off of the Wii U eShop. I don't know if it's still off of the eShop or anything, but I definitely wanted to get this before this game got expensive. I know we just got it ported over to the Switch, and I didn't actually beat the game on the Switch, and it's a really good game. I think it's a lot better than New Super Mario Bros. U. So yeah, if you ever want to play this game on the Wii U, then you will have to find the physical version. Like I said, I don't know if that's still true, because they did take off Pikmin 3 off of the eShop, but then they put it back up. So I don't know if Super Mario 3D World is the same situation. Next game I have is Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE. So yeah, this was kind of bad timing because I did buy this game from half price, and then I managed to get the game for the Switch. So kind of bad timing on my part. I won't be really playing this on the Wii U. I think I'd rather play it on the Switch because I've heard the loading times on the Switch are a lot better. But this game merges the worlds of Shin Megami Tensei and the Fire Emblem universe. So I would like to get to this game as well. The next game I have is Hyrule Warriors. So I don't have this for the Switch yet, but I think I would want to play this on the Wii U just to, you know, kind of try out the game. I'm sure the game is a lot better on the Switch, and I think they even brought it over to the 3DS as well, but I've heard that version is not really that good. So I've really been getting into these like Dynasty Warrior games, especially with Persona 5 Strikers. So I am a little bit interested to check this one out. Next up is Lego Jurassic World. So I believe you have the 4 first movies of the Jurassic Park universe. I think you have Jurassic 1, 2, and 3, and then the first Jurassic World. I've only seen the first Jurassic Park and then Jurassic World 1 and 2, so I don't really have an interest in playing this game. I just managed to find it for really cheap. Next game I have is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now, of course, I've already played this game on the Switch. It was my first Switch game, but I did want to get this for the Wii U just because this version might be a little bit harder to find down the line. If I ever wanted to go back and play the game, I think I would go back and play it on the Wii U version. Every Switch owner should at least play this game, you know. Next game that surprisingly isn't on the Switch yet, and that is Xenoblade Chronicles X. Now, from what I know about the game, it's an open world Xenoblade game. I would like to get to it. I'm still working on Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and then after that I would like to get to Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. But yeah, I mean, this is probably one of the biggest games on the Wii U that still hasn't been ported over to the Switch, so I think this would be the reason why people would still have a Wii U. The next game I have is The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD. So this is the reason why I wouldn't play Twilight Princess on the Wii, since I do have the Wii U HD edition. I don't know much about it. I don't have the Wolf Link amiibo for the game. The game looks pretty good, to be honest with you, and since I love Breath of the Wild, I mean, I have an interest to get to this game eventually. I talked about this game just a few minutes ago, and that is Pikmin 3. Like I said, they did take this off of the eShop and they put it back up, and I think the reason that they took it off to begin with was because they're bringing this game over to the Switch, and on that Wii U eShop the game only costs $20, so they didn't want people to buy the cheaper version, I guess. But then I guess they got some backlash or something, and they just ended up putting it back up. So yeah, I don't think I need the Switch version just because I have this one right here, and I think I've heard this actually is a lot better on the Wii U, so I think I'll just stick to this version when I get a chance to get to it. And the final game I have on the Wii U is Skylanders Imaginators. Now, as you can see, I did get this pre-owned for $3 at GameStop, so it was pretty cheap. I do have portals to be able to play the game with, and the reason I wanted to get this for the Wii U was just to be able to use the portal, because on the Switch, the way you would scan Skylanders in is to use the Joy-Con like they were amiibo. So I just wanted kind of like a different way to play the game, and I haven't gotten a chance to play it here since I did already beat the game on the Switch, and I thought the game was alright. It's definitely not the best Skylanders game, but I still think it's pretty cool that you can make your own custom Skylanders. And that was all of my Wii U games that I own. So I am pretty satisfied with my collection, and honestly, I wasn't really looking to expand my Wii U collection just because of how I was already hooked into the Switch, and most of the Wii U games are being ported to the Switch. But of course, that wasn't the case. I decided to get a few more Wii U games. Like I mentioned before, Xenoblade Chronicles X, Star Fox Zero, Nintendo Land are still games that you can play on the Wii U that haven't been ported over to the Switch. So like I said, I'm really satisfied with both collections for these two systems. I really do have a lot of fun playing the Wii and the Wii U, and whether that be the best selling console or the worst selling console, the Wii and the Wii U both offer a good variety of games to play. Well, that's going to be it for today's video. Please let me know what games you own for the Wii and the Wii U down in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching, and of course, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. The Wii U is such a good console, man.